And we are live. Hello, hello. Christina Ervin here, and I am with the fabulous carrier of the Guru Code, Queen of Attraction Marketing, mentor to many, Diane Hochman. How are you doing tonight, Diane?
I'm good, Christina. How are you, hon?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. So
wow, can you come everywhere with me and introduce me everywhere I go? I like that.
I'm telling you what, I can throw out some more. I thought I could go for forever, but
no, I think we're good. I think we're good.
So I appreciate you taking some time to talk to me tonight.
Without a doubt. Love hanging out with you, girl. Love it.
Now, I know we don't have much time because you got some big things going on here in a little bit, so let's just jump into it. Sound good?
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you tonight because, this term, when we get into online marketing or just marketing in general, there's all this jargon, right? And so one of the terms that I just keep hearing a lot lately is the term mastermind.
Sure.
And, there's all this, what is a mastermind, what isn't a mastermind, and, one of the things that I always encounter when I'm talking to people online is just, how do I do this online thing? How can I make it happen, and how can I make it happen quickly? And I always, say, it's a matter of what you're willing to invest in coaching and mentorship, and obviously finding a good mastermind helps. So I figured maybe you can take just a few moments and talk about the importance of what good coaching and mentorship can do to cut your learning curve.
Sure. Well, there's a couple different, you talked about several different things here. So let's break it down. One, there's obviously classes, okay? And a great teacher with a great skill set that can teach you how to execute something, that's always great. And I highly recommend taking varied classes to learn new skills, and I'm always taking a class, some class or another. In fact, I'm just taking one on, I can't think of the name of it. It's like a teaching site, but just recently took a Gary Vaynerchuk course, and I took a Seth Godin course. So they're great. It's a teacher teaching you a concept and then you going out and executing. And then in some courses you have interaction where the teacher's looking over your work, but a lot of courses online, it's you listen and you go out and you try to execute. Now, mastermind is a whole different animal. Okay, and if we go back to Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, he talks about the power of the mastermind, and the mastermind is where minds are actually being combined to create more power than one by itself. One of the biggest mistakes that people make in their business and in any area of their life is that they sit alone. They sit alone and they depend only on the power of their own mind. And if you and I, Christina, if you and I were both hit with a situation right now, if there were a problem, I could sit and try to solve it, you could sit and try to solve it, but if we combined our minds together, our ability to solve the problem would be much more than twice our individual abilities, because there's an actual, there's a combination that happens that is magical. And that's what Napoleon Hill was talking about. So when you take a concept or a situation or, in a lot of masterminds, they're looking at each other's businesses and everybody's helping with a problem. In some masterminds, like some of the ones that I do, we're throwing out a topic for the night. And we're having a talk about the topic, so it's a little bit of teaching. But then after that, the group then adds their minds to it. And as a whole, they come up with all different ideas and concepts much bigger than any teacher alone could ever create. So I hope that clarifies a little bit, because they're kind of different things. So teaching is one thing, coaching is another thing, mentorship is another thing, and a mastermind is another thing. And they're things that we all tend to lump together.
Exactly.
We tend to lump together. So which one do you want to talk about?
No, I actually started off exactly like that because I know you well enough to know that you were going to parse through it and make sure that that was clear.
Oh, so she's setting me up here. Christina Ervin's setting me up here.
I felt like you could set the table better than me, so let's just roll with that. So let's just stay on the subject of mentorship just for a second, okay? So, because people often get confused on what a mentor is versus what a coach is.
Sure.
So
a coach is somebody that you pay, that you bring your work to, and then they tweak your work, and they are hired to continually help you get the best out of your work. Okay, so like a basketball coach, I know you like basketball.
Yeah.
You know, a coach is not there to be your friend. They're not there to be your buddy. They're there to look at you, to drill you, and to get you to perform at a higher level. Okay. Now, when somebody comes voluntarily to a coach because they want the coach to take them to a higher level, that's really a good thing. In this industry, a lot of people think a coach is going to motivate them, or a coach is going to get them to perform at all. You know, it's kind of like, I won't do my work. I think I'll hire someone to make me do my work. That's stinking thinking. But that's a coach. Now, a mentor, you can't buy mentorship. I say this over and over and over and over in my mentorship letters. I say it. You can't buy mentorship. Okay, mentorship comes from somebody who's walked before you, who has a lot of wisdom about a particular subject, and they've decided that they'd like to hand part of that wisdom, that knowledge to you. Okay, and they do that based upon your energy or your effort, or they see a spark in you and they want to dump their brain into yours. Okay, you can't pay someone to dump their brain into yours. You can pay to go to their seminar, you can pay to have them teach you, but this is something, it's a very special connection that happens between people. When you truly find a mentor, everybody rattles off my mentor this, my mentor that, my mentor blah, 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 blah. And the reality is that very few people actually have a true mentor, and there's also very few people that are mentorship minded. It usually happens when somebody's been around for a while. It usually happens when the person is no longer needing the revenue, meaning like they're kind of set, you know, they'll always make more money, but they don't need it, and really what they want to do is leave a legacy or pass it along, just like people one day decide that they want to have kids or something. They want to leave a legacy. That's what mentorship is.
You know what? I'm going to put a pin in that, and I'm going to come back to that in a moment. But
Sure.
What I want to clear up a little bit, maybe for the audience, is, so how does a mentor tie into a mastermind? Is that possible? And how is it possible?
Sure, because you could have a led mastermind where there's a mentor leading the mastermind amongst the participants, okay? Or you could have a mastermind where everybody's equals. So it really depends. And I've been parts of both. I've been parts where I've come together with other colleagues, and we've all sat together and worked on a problem or an issue or combined ideas and thoughts. And I've also been part of masterminds where there was a group of students, and then there was the mentor that would give us topics or guide us. So, you know, there can be both. It's kind of like, you know, Christina, you know what meditation is, right? So meditation versus guided meditation. A guided meditation has somebody guiding us through what we're, you know, how we're working our mind. And a meditation itself is us working through that. So it's a guided mastermind, I think, would be the right term. I'll have to start using that. I like that. Guided mastermind. Guided
mastermind. So really, when you're looking at what you should be looking for in a mastermind, if you're doing one with equals, obviously you want to make sure that they're equal or above you, right? You don't want one, right? Yeah. Okay. So and then also, I think that what's really important is a lot of people get together to quote-unquote mastermind and it ends up off on tangents. The group that you come together with, if you're going to do it yourselves, and she's laughing because she knows, it has to be a fairly disciplined group, because otherwise you know, it's really easy to get off on stuff, and then the next thing you know, an hour or 2 hours has gone by and nothing's been done. Everybody just gets off. You know, in all different directions. So that's why if you're new to the concept of the mastermind, a guided mastermind is often your best choice. Then as you progress, you can find people that you resonate with, that you can go off and mastermind together with. Well, I think we need to just go with that guided mastermind, because I don't know for sure, Diane Hochman, but I done had my ear to the ground. I hear there's a little rumor going around. I think it's time for you to spill the tea.
Spill the tea. I like it as I'm drinking tea right now.
Yeah. You need to spill the tea, because I hear something about going deep into deep abyss or something.
You know, Christina, years ago, 2005, 2006, 2007, and a little longer than that, I worked with my own mentor that a lot of people have heard me mention. And we ran a guided mastermind. And it was a truly, truly, truly magical environment where people were building themselves up. And by the way, it wasn't this was a mind mastermind. In other words, we weren't talking about here's how to beat Google. Okay, you can certainly get together with people and talk about business topics. This was about your own essence, your own being, how to come out and be, as he called it, 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And it was truly a magical environment. It went on for several years. And then he retired. He left the industry and he took off. And I went off and I built my business and I became very, very successful during those years after he left, you know, traveling around, speaking at all the events, top earner, top producer, and all that other stuff. And over the last year, I guess I've come back full circle because there was never anything in my career that I loved more than those times doing those masterminds. Now, I was assisting him as opposed to leading them completely, although many times I led them. And my affiliation with a particular organization, I just kept talking to a partner and saying, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. And we put together the course that I know that you're in called the Guru Code, and it's been such a massive success, and people have just changed dramatically. The growth has been amazing. And I said, I want to make something that's completely accessible to everybody. I want to make something that anybody and everybody can join, that they can, you know, refer just a couple of people and it would be free, and that people could have a place to come together to grow and to learn to speak their word and speak their mind. And, you know, we used to call it stepping up on the soapbox and practicing sharing with others and masterminding with others. So we've put that together, and we haven't put it out in public yet. I know you know about it, but we are about to announce the Deep Abyss, an incredible mastermind community that is starting this very week. And well, depending on when you guys see it, it might have started. Or when you see this, it might be starting this week, might have started last week or whenever, depending on when you see this. And there has been nothing in my career that I've looked forward more to doing than this, and I finally feel that the time is here, the time is right. I think the marketplace has shifted. I think people are understanding more that it's about, especially in social media as time goes by, it's about our message, it's about our being. Our attractor factor doesn't lay in just traffic, although traffic is important and learning business technique is very important, but without a message and without conviction behind it, without knowing who we are and what we stand for, and being able to speak about that candidly, without all of the you know, I talk about the ancient thought processes. I mean, I can go back and talk about Napoleon Hill or Wallace Wiles, or I could go back to the Bible. I can go back to just book upon book over centuries. There really is a code here, and there really is a process that people go through to become great, and that's what the Deep Abyss is. And I call it the Deep Abyss for a reason, because it's deep, it's secret, it's quiet in there, and it's a place where people can come and feel safe and know, and I do mean know, deep in their guts and in their hearts, that their word is protected in here, and they can stand up and share and become strong, so that then when they go out into the marketplace where people are gonna, you know, people bing each other, people knock each other down. It's human nature. It's what we do. What happens if you have a place to come back and recharge yourself every single month, and every single month remember who you are? And when you go out there, what if you had a place where you could come every single day and talk amongst your colleagues that are moving in the same direction, quote unquote, and you know how much I love this term, like-minded individuals that know there's something more than just getting it opt-in. So exactly. That's what I'm up to. And it is a very special thing, Christina, very special.
It's you know what, Diane, I've got chills like all over my arms. You know, I've had the pleasure of basically working closely with you this summer, starting with summer school, and I thought, wow, I got really moved in summer school, and it was just, you know, just a few weeks, right? And then I go into the Guru Code with you, and that's a whole other,
right? I keep taking you deeper and deeper and deeper, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, Diane, everybody, even if you have an offline business or even if you have a traditional business, as I'm encountering in my business, meeting new people, It doesn't matter. There's thousands and thousands of people out there who are selling the same lotions and potions and services, who are all in the same company, and everybody's online trying to just yell. But it's those very few people, you know, who know how to sit in it and just that be 10-foot tall presence silently, that are gaining all the true devoted, not fans, but I can't think of
they
another
are fans. They're fans or zealots, or my mentor used to teach me, how do you create a band of zealots that want to sing your song with you? Which is really, in other words, a downline that will stick with you, right?
Exactly.
If you're building something, a group that will continue to buy from you, a group that will show up when you're speaking. How do you develop that? It goes much higher and much deeper than how do you get a lead. Okay?
Well, I mean, I'm going into the abyss. I'm going into the abyss. There's no turning back for me, and I understand that I'm. Anybody who's willing to go here, you're going to be the one who can set yourself aside and apart from everybody else online who's doing the screaming, and everybody offline who is tapping the shoulder of anybody that's moving and breathing, right? This is something special, moving people, and that there's nothing like that. That's a skill. There's nothing like it. So I look forward to the deep abyss, and what I'm going to do is I'll put some information somewhere around video somewhere to make sure that people can check out the deep abyss. Definitely.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And Christina, I'm so excited to be working with you and have you as part of this. I know you'll be a vocal part of the community, and I know you'll reach out your hand to others that are coming down the road. It's a little scary to go down that deep abyss because it's a little dark and it's a little kind of like what's in there. But once you get in there, it's truly beautiful and it's truly breathtaking. And this sounds a little woo-woo, but business is easy when you've gone down there and seen what there is. It's like going to Wonderland. It's like landing in Oz when Dorothy landed. Everything becomes Technicolor. It's really cool.
You know what I think, and I know we need to go, but just to wrap this up, one thing that I can say to you that I thank you for showing me this whole other level, because every day, Diane, I get to wake up and look in the mirror and it's like I'm getting to say, hey, Christina Ervin, how are you doing? My name is Christina Ervin. Like I'm meeting me, a whole new me every day.
Right, and that is just look at yourself and you kind of go, hey, you're cool. You're kind of cool. It all starts with us actually thinking that about ourselves, doesn't it? It's like, you're smart.
Absolutely.
You're kind of cool. I like you.
So I thank you for coming on and talking with me tonight, and look forward to talking to you soon about many other things. Okay, so everybody, Deep Abyss, I'll put some information down below in this video, and also put some information how you can tie into the mentorship letters that Diane's got going on to this. A great thing. Okay.
See you later.
Talk to you later.